Surely the next popularity poll won't have Bakugo as number one, right? The last chapter wasn't what I was hoping for. Although the future materials are promising, some of the aspects could have executed better. This chapter, however, is more like it since it complements both present and future. As the arc closes, it leaves on a nice note, even with that one irate moment, as it needs time to make the future bright. It also, out of nowhere, takes a sneak preview for an in-depth look of an origin story. 2 days has passed and Endeavor is back on his feet with a new scar. I'm surprised he has his left eye though. I'm no doctor or anything, but that shot looked fatal enough to pop his eye out. He put the puzzles together and felt that High-End's arrival was planned. Like it knew 2 heroes are in town. Hawks has to keep his mask on and tells a lie that convinces him otherwise. It's a shame, since he is an Endeavor's fan, yet he can't blow his cover, even if he is a double agent for the hero side. If there's one thing that helps Endeavor's character to brighten up, it's the bond with Hawks. It's nice and considerate of Endeavor to request a search team, but assuring that Hawks should proceed with caution. Despite not knowing his agenda, it speaks well on him. Hawks was surprised but responded back with a joke. I don't know how long it will be for that next moment, but I would like more of this. It's a sign of a welcoming change. As the mission closes, Hawks has one more flashback that details his uprising beginning. There's no secret to hide. He's just a lucky boy that was seen as great potential that practically saved him and his family. What caught my attention is his shirt, because it was Endeavor's merchandise. This makes their relationship better because not only it explains why Hawks is written as a really young man, but it drives home the story of a fan meeting his idol. Although his potential led him to become a double agent, it was nice enough to help out his hero. Like his character has always been, he will work and accomplish as fast as he can. There's no mystery behind him, but that's fine. I like his character as it is. It's going to be hard for other heroes in the top 10 to make me that interested, let alone the top 2 heroes were already shown. Except for Wash, of course. Hawks is a good character that I look forward for next time. Now, we come to the main event of the chapter, even if you include the last scene. As the chapter's title implied, it's about the Todoroki family, minus Rei, the mother. It's the first time for Endeavor to take part of the family after so long, and because of it, ensues a pretty awkward family time. As happy and uplifting it was in the previous chapter, which we'll get to that further, the family's dilemma is one that fans had the most worries, especially how the victim Rei is moving ahead already. While that part should have been elaborated deeper, the event that unfolds here is reasonable and, strange enough to say, reassuring. Like many family reunions, the awkwardness couldn't hide the obvious problem. It does start rather comical, with the 2 boys eating their soup casually yet awkwardly. It's funny how Shoto say one comment about the scar and then proceed to eat more, like it's just a normal thing. Fuyumi plays the peacemaker role, as in trying to have everyone get along, no grudge on the table. I honestly thought it was going to remain humorous, which I wouldn't mind, though the obviousness must be addressed. It got dramatic really fast once Natsu decides to leave. Arguably, the next moment is where the fans will choose to side with after a controversial decision. I for one am glad that Kohi didn't cleanse all problems within the family, especially with Natsu. He gave me an impression that he's going to move on despite his indifference. It turns out that he still feels that way and lashes out all of his inner feelings on his father. I don't blame him. It shouldn't be that easy to brush aside. He spells out all the problems he has with his father, as well as how he is trying to put everything under the rug. Basically, he's on a negative, yet understandable side that don't falter to Endeavor's development so easily. The damage of the past still hurts, like a scar if I may add. It doesn't help that he brought up a brother named Toya, though left vaguely on what exactly happened. If I can guess, that could be Dabi. Endeavor could only think of saying that he's going to work things out, but Natsu isn't exactly all in. In a way, there's a good sign towards Natsu's irate reaction. While the stuff he said is negative, since it's a recap of hardships they dealt with their father, Shoto thought it's rather surprising for him to be that emotional. The way I see it, it's a speck of light, was shown. It's not to say Nasser will now forgive his father, but the fact he actually took his time to let it all out on him means if things need to move forward, the past must be acknowledged. That's why the tone shifts to more of blessing in disguise after Shoto mentioned it. I believe my thoughts are backed up by the following scene. The news on television reports the incident from 2 days ago, asking the citizens for their feedback on Endeavor's heroic action. It begins iffy, with some don't see him as a bona fide hero they wanted it. Basically, the news is trying to shift back or increase the negativity vibe. However, it becomes uplifting once the positive kicks into high gear. That one fanboy was recorded and aired again on television. Somehow became a meme. I understood that reference. Then, all the other positive feedbacks keep on coming. Even go as far as saying, the age of Endeavor is here. Now that's a high praise. The premise is it starts off negative, but whether there's a deeper meaning behind it or visibly noticeable, the positive outweighs it. If it was going to be negative entirely, the news would have reported entirely mixed bag. Instead, it's a trick to make the fans believe Endeavor has no chance for redemption. The ceiling point is Shoto expressing his opinion. He technically fills in the remaining blank lines. Yes, Endeavor has done bad deeds, and he can't be forgiven so quickly. But because change can happen, Shoto is willing to watch him again and see how much better he will become. In other words, he's fine on giving him a second chance. Honestly, I am giving Endeavor a second chance as well. It's just weird to have arguably the prime victim Rei to give him another chance soon. It's the case of show don't tell, and to me she's the most necessary one. We have seen the slow build with Shoto, so it's fine the way it went. I know they didn't forgive him, but again, the timing of second chance needs to be elaborated stronger. It would have been if we did see how Endeavor used his time to make up slowly with his wife. Also, don't think too deep on the fact the women in the family are the only ones that move forward quickly. It's just a coincidence. Aside from that, I do like the whole family scene. It hits the right notes of awkwardness in a comedic sense, only to get dramatic when one step up. Fuyumi is a peacemaker that a family tends to have, so I don't fault her for trying. Shoto is more collective, and despite the problems he dealt with, he's thoughtful for what his father has done. Endeavor knows he caused problems, so at least he's stepping up slowly. Life will work things out in due time. The chapter then goes abruptly to the next phase. It shifts to Deku going to sleep, but then he begins to dream about the heritage of One for All with past users. I assume the image of partial Deku reflects his percentage use of the quirk. It goes all the way back to the beginning where the two brothers arguing. That's quite the shift to the next arc. It came out of nowhere, almost like Kohi needed to keep us interested. While it happened so sudden, I am intrigued to see what comes next. This was a nice chapter and a good end to the arc. Hawks is a nice addition to the cast. Todoroki family drama was nicely done and handled well to address the problems. It did end on a good note, even if Endeavor has to move forward, whether everyone will forgive him or not. While abruptly shift the focus to Deku, an origin story of All for One left me intrigued. After all, it's not comic related without an origin story. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. But there is a holiday coming in or a double issue just itself, so maybe that's why this moment happened so abruptly, just to get to the excitement part and leave us excited for the following chapter after that. Whatever get the story rolling is fine by me. What do you expect from this origin story? How much exploration we're going to see about this story? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.